What's up, HyperFast Nation? On this episode of the show, I am going to tell you how to make your first hire in real estate and the mistakes to avoid, including one that so many real estate agents make. You don't want to miss this episode. Stand by for the HyperFast Show. All right, real estate agents, welcome back to the HyperFast Show. Today we're going to talk about how to make your first hire. And a lot goes into this. A lot of real estate agents, unfortunately, make mistakes when it comes to this. So we're going to go over the two biggest mistakes first before we get into who the hire is, how to make it, what they should do, right? And how that can help you make a lot more money in your real estate business. So the biggest mistake that most real estate agents make when it comes to their first hire is not making it, right? You see these successful real estate agents year in, year out, closing, 2 deals a month usually, maybe more, maybe 3 or 4 even, right? But they don't make hires. What does this result in? Well, this means they have a very, very, very high producing, high paying job that's stressful, right? They're never able to turn it into a business, and they're never able to get paid outside of their own efforts. And I think the quality of the service they're able to deliver to clients suffers because of it. Okay. A lot of times these are like super successful agents, definitely making over 6 figures. Sometimes, 2, 3, 4 times over even. Okay. And, they're just afraid to take on the responsibility of a salary, afraid to make that commitment, afraid to go through that short-term period of discomfort. And really, when you look at people and like the amount of success they'll have, I think it's directly proportional to the amount of discomfort that they're able to deal with. Even though that discomfort typically is very, very short term for the positive effects that it generates. So that's the biggest mistake, is real estate agents don't hire. And definitely when you're at 2 deals a month, you're ready to hire in some form, shape, capacity. Okay, the second biggest mistake I see real estate agents is they quote unquote, and if you're listening, I'm doing air quotes now, because I know some of you take our show in on iTunes, Spotify, others on YouTube. We're everywhere. But the agents that do decide to hire, then go out and make this mistake, and they go hire another salesperson. All right, they're afraid of that overhead, afraid of the salary, afraid of the wages. So they go get someone who's 100% commission. Guess what? If you do this, you do have an admin, right? You do have someone in that assistant role. It is you. And you're doing that not only for yourself, but for this new agent that you bring on. So your personal production sales, service to clients is probably going to suffer. Right? So don't make those mistakes, right? If you get to 2 deals a month, and in most markets 2 deals a month means you're bringing in 5 figures of revenue or more a month. Okay, you're at the point where you can hire. All right, so if you get there, commit to hiring someone that you pay to do administrative or managerial tasks for you, not another salesperson. You're not ready for that, right? That's like 1 or 2 more steps away. Okay? So, we're at the point where you're going to hire. It's not going to be another salesperson. And now you're like, okay, how do I structure it? What does this person do? Well, you've got a couple choices. You can go hire someone in person full time. You can go hire someone part time. You can hire someone that is a virtual assistant. Depending on your business model, all of these can work, and there are definitely pros and cons to each of these. What is this person going to do, though? Right? That's the thing you got to decide. How can they help you? Right? How can they help you generate more business? The way that they can do that is by taking taking your time, spent doing non-sales activity and giving you that time back. Good book to read on this. Buy back your time, right? You don't hire to grow your business, you hire to buy back your time. So if you're closing 2 or more deals a month, you are good at generating and closing deals, right? You can generate a listing or buyer lead and you know how to close them. Now you need more time to do that. So what gets in your way of doing that? Well, managing your calendar, right? Taking every incoming phone call. Okay, managing your email. Managing your contract to close process. Right? Scheduling, administrative tasks. These things are all non-sales activities, right? Sales activities are higher dollar per hour activities. You can pay someone a smaller dollar per hour, wage or salary to take care of these activities that don't cost as much. Okay, so if you're great at sales, your time, right, and you can calculate how much money you made in the last 12 months and divide it by the number of hours you worked, but your time is probably worth a few $100s an hour at least. But you should go through the exercise. So why do administrative tasks that you can hire out at $15 or $20 an hour, right? So figure out all the things you do, right, that prevent you from spending more time generating closing deals. Write them all out. Use that to make a job description, right? Then decide, right? Maybe if you're at 2 deals a month, maybe you only need 20 hours of virtual assistant work. Maybe that's enough. But if you're at 3 or 4, maybe you need someone full time. Okay. Either way, it's probably gonna be an investment that's well worth it, right? But so write out the things that you don't enjoy doing and that don't make you don't make you money. Those are the things that you're going to put in the job description, and that's what you're going to put in the ad, and you're going to look for people that have the characteristics that will be good for that, right? So they're probably going to be attentive to detail. They're probably going to be people that are security focused, people that are compliance focused, and these are, if you're good at sales, it's probably a great balance for the skills that you bring to the table. All right, when you make this hire, it is really, really important that the first 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you set the tone, right? You set the expectations. You train them each day on what they're supposed to do. You get a daily report back from them, right? On what they accomplished, what they didn't get accomplished, what they need more help on, right? All right? Definitely have those 3 things in your daily report. Do daily morning check-ins. And this would be the same whether they're in person or a remote VA, right? So there's, I hired a new VA a month ago for a different part of my business. I check in with him every morning before he starts, and then when he's done, just over email or Skype sometimes. But the bottom line is, if you don't manage them, if you don't teach them, if you don't hold them accountable for the things you hired them to do, chances are you're going to be frustrated with the results. So it's super important when you make the hire to spend time up front training them, setting the expectations, and having a system where they report to you on, again, what they got done, what they didn't get done, and still left to do, and what they need help on, right? So at a minimum, have all of that in your reports. And a lot of times, and don't make this mistake, right? A lot of times real estate agents wait till it's too late. Like, they should hire when they're at 2 deals a month, let's call it. But they wait, they get to 3 or 4. Now they're super busy. So what do? They do 2 things. They do 2 things in this situation. One, they want to hire quicker, so they lower their standards, right? They lower their standards because they need help so bad. And then 2, they don't spend the time training and onboarding them and holding them accountable that initial period. Usually, that creates a problem because you have a less qualified person that you're not giving training to, right? So I've seen this before too, where the agent waits too long, lowers the standards, doesn't put the time up front to train this person, and they get impatient, they don't get the results they want, and then they just throw their hands up and quit. They say like, hey, that didn't work out. I'm just going back to doing everything myself. And then they go back to their like hectic, stressful, out of control, pace as a self-employed person with no assistance, no help, no real path to building a business. So don't wait till it's too long, and when you hire people, give them the proper training, onboarding, and management that they need up front to succeed. All right, I hope that was helpful. If you follow this process, this can really free up your time, and it might take you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days to kind of get in flow with these people, hopefully, or the people that you hire for this role, person you hire for this role, hopefully on the shorter end of that. Once you're there, though, what you have to look forward to is, I think on the typical buy-side deal and seller-side deal, it's going to save you 10 to 20 hours per deal, at least. So, let's say you're doing 2 deals a month, right? Let's say it's the lower end of the savings, 10 hours a deal it saves you. That's 240 hours, right? That you bought back. So that's probably enough hours to go out and get from 24 deals to 36 deals, and then now maybe you buy some more time back, and you go from 36 to 50, right? So that's kind of how this works. It's helping you grow your business, helping you create opportunity for others, helping you give better service to more clients. And you put all that together, it's going to be more profitable, more enjoyable, more fun. All right. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you did, please leave us a review on iTunes or a comment on YouTube. We love it when you guys engage. We love it when you give us feedback. And share this with other real estate agents that you think would benefit from hearing it. Thank you for your time today. We will see you next time on the HyperFast Agent Show.